So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Jeudy. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. And
he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do,
the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. We drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. Now Gordon on 1st down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown Broncos. The 3-yard touchdown pass. Now the offense getting set to take over the football here early on in the game, first quarter. First down, Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Bridgewater's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they can't bring him down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, fair to say they've got something here, this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it was on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact. Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home. Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it. Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Bridgewater to throw it. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. A huge play there for Denver. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. Goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Vikings will take over. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Breaks a tackle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Touchdown, Broncos! Tim Patrick from 10 yards out, and the Broncos will extend. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Bridgewater. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater.
And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down now, it's Gordon. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.